We're on just a short nature walk before the thunderstorms today, and I'm looking at this neat fungus, and I'll have the name for you afterward. And there's some wild raspberries that'll have fruit in June and July. And those red leaves over there, we'll zoom in a bit. That's the start of poison ivy. One thing to learn when you go walking on a nature walk is what plants are what and what you might see. This is wild barberry. People use it as a landscaping thing, but it's a real curse. It's invasive, and it's also a home to ticks that cause Lyme disease. So we're trying to have the goats eat all the barberry on the property. Now right here, I can see the footprints where the deer were coming and going. They may have stopped to browse this, or they may have taken a little drink from the puddle. And here's another footprint, one footprint inside of a second, and you can see the two toes of the deer cloven hoof. We have moss on rocks, and it tends to grow on the north side of trees. And that way you know which direction north is in. And as we go down, walking into the woods, they're still a very soft green. And after all the rains this spring, the road has been very muddy, but it's finally starting to dry out. Here's another invasive species of plant. This is the garlic onion that's popping up everywhere. It's a terribly invasive plant. And now we're into a marshland, sort of wet. A lot of vines and weeds growing, and a great quartz rock I want to get out of there. And here growing right in the marsh is skunk cabbage. And this plant smells like skunk when you pick it. It's very stinky. And we continue to walk down the way. You can see tire tracks here. The farm truck has been down here. It has four-wheel drive and can get through. We try not to come down when it's too muddy and dig it up too bad. Now all the marshland to my right drains here, and it comes under this little roadway and a couple of tubes we had put in. And again, more fresh deer tracks. Those are from last night or this morning. They're not disturbed at all. And more in the mud there. And here. This is like a highway for the deer. And this is a small pond that's brushed in a lot. But it's a great nature place. We occasionally see ducks here. And as you can see, it's already raining and leaving the little droplets on the water surface. Now, all the animals come here for water, and if you see on the far side, there's a little path that comes down the slope to the water's edge where they drink. And they've beaten that with their feet, coming down to get their drink. So someday we would love to have this as a real pond. The Soil Conservation Service said we could have a 2-acre pond here. That's as big as most house lots. That's a lot of water, and we know there's that much water out there. It's really marshy. And the road continues on into the woods. A beautiful walk on a sunny day. Sometimes I see wild turkeys. Sometimes great bird sightings. I can hear them chipping all about me. We'll just see, oh yeah, here's more deer tracks right here in fresh mud. And the road continues on. There's a little side path not often used that goes over this way and into the woods a little bit. All this woods is green with that invasive pokeberry. And here is a turkey footprint. I've heard quite a bit of the wild turkeys clucking out here in the morning and gobbling, and It is their mating season, and then the hens will set their eggs. And we continue on. I think we're just going to go this far today and look as where the woods has this little road winding through it. It's very pretty out here. And a long time ago, this was called Camp Sassafras, and it was a place my kids held campfires. And that was a long time ago when they were children. So we'll have another nature walk another day and look for more interesting things.